Hey guys, what's going on? So this is Elf Eaton. We are looking at one of my games here that I play. And I am currently one tricking Yone to try to get to planets. I feel like he's a good champion to do so. This game was particularly bad because of this new champion right here, Kisante. Man went mid against Yasuo, which isn't too troll, but it definitely isn't um, I mean, we had plenty of damage on our comp with Yone, Echo, Caitlyn, Pantheon. We had plenty of damage. We just need a little bit of a tank, so that's definitely a good one, especially picking into Yasuo. I feel like that would do pretty well. The only problem is, this man has the mental capacity of a 4-year-old and the mental fortitude even worse than that. So he just is not a good player and should be permanently banned for this type of attitude. So, the system will not ban this player though because he did not type in game at all, anything like that. So, he just proceeded to completely int and sabotage the team. So, we will be watching him, and especially his kind of breaking point with it. Straw broke the canvas back in this case because yeah, he definitely didn't just run it down all game. I mean, he kind of did, but he didn't feed. He more just sabotaged us by sucking XP and everything. And I feel like this type of player needs to be gotten rid of. So you can see he does pretty well into the Yasuo matchup. My goal here, I'm into Poppy, which is really a rough lane for Yone. That's just, I mean, Yone has so many dashes and he's so reliant on them. Our Echo here does get picked off a little bit early. So, yeah, he kind of gets wrecked there because he missmited. But he's pinging for us. We don't have cryo in either lane, so we can't come help him. He just gets flashed on and dies, which is quite unfortunate. I wish it didn't happen, but I mean, it is what it is. It's definitely not a loss quite yet, but I mean, it's not, definitely doesn't look good for us. But yeah, he was not happy about that one. I mean, I wouldn't be either, but the kid just needs to know when to back up and when not to. But yeah, he should have backed up. Should have just played for his smite and backed up there, but he didn't. So yeah, he ends up dying. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We can still come back from that. My goal here against Poppy is just to farm, just to get my items. I do not care about really interacting much with her. I'm trying really not to. So I want to destroy her shield anytime I can. Going for short trades anytime I can as well. I get the echo damage there, so it's not too bad. That trade ended up being okay. I start to shove out a little bit here, which is definitely a mistake on my part. I do end up losing this lane, dying solo to the Poppy. It was really close, but I did end up doing so. You can see here they go to gank me. Poppy throws over W, so I can't Q. I flash out and then Q. So it's definitely not as bad as it could have been. Played that pretty well, if I do say so myself. And Kaysamte is doing pretty well in the mid lane against the Yasuo. We can check down here on our bottom lane. They already have a kill. They got the second blood because well, they got the first one, but they got the first kill for our team on the Lux, it looks like. So it's definitely not a lost game by any stretch of the imagination. And I'll show you what happened to really set this case off. Let's focus on this Echo here. So they tried to go for a gank right there. It didn't quite work out, unfortunately, but definitely good chance. Good choice there. We need to get this bot lane ahead because we just need a lane that we can win from, and bot lane will be a good one. I won't be quite as useful just simply because Poppy just exists, but we'll try it anyway. So, yeah, coming over here, throw down a ward, and I just try to make sure that the crab's not up or anything for our Echo. So, Kaysante's pinging MIA, like he actually did. I mean, he was a pretty good team player for the first, 7-8 minutes of this game, and then after that, he just decided to int. Yeah, we ended up FFing this one at 20, just because of how bad it was. But you'll see what he does eventually to just start absolutely just sabotaging the team. It's kind of sad, but what do you do, right? I won't ban him unless this information is put out to the public. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't like making these types of videos. I know this is gonna be like my first big video on the channel, but the first video actually took some time at, I guess I'll say. But I would like to kind of make this more of a climb to, just kind of a climb channel, and hopefully get up to Challenger and Masters. But I need to play this game full time to do that. So yeah, we'll need some revenue coming in. Need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe on the videos for that to happen. But it'd be awesome. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, like you can see there just how bad this Poppy lane is. I can W her every time she goes through her Q. I can go in for short trades. So actually, that is what I shouldn't have been talking there. So you can see actually what sets off this. This is what sets off the K'Sante. This is what makes him decide to start feeding the game right here. So Echo comes in. Echo and Pantheon going for a nice kill on the Warwick. He has a shutdown. Makes sense. They almost get it there. So Pantheon throws down the Ignite. So Echo takes a couple creeps, and right there. That right there, K'Sante said they were shoving the lane. Which, I mean, they were. But then he pings them, so now Echo's just last hitting, trying to get some experience for himself. I don't blame him. He was a little far behind. But it's definitely nothing too bad. I die right there. I just got outplayed. But it was really close. But yeah, so that's what set the K'Sante off. And he doesn't start feeding right off the bat, but I think this was a contributing factor. So he starts going in on the Yasuo, beating him up. Warwick comes though, and then he gets double ulted. And I mean, he almost gets out there, but Yasuo also has a million dashes. If that was any other champion, he probably would have got out of that. But that is where everything starts going wrong. So he gets that death. You'll see here, we'll just kind of follow the directed camera for right now. Yasuo's picking up some turret plates. They're pushing in bottom. They've been pretty good about just shoving in bottom lane, trying to keep a CS advantage over the Kai'Sa, which they did. And here, so Echo is saying, hey, I'm going to go pick up this Wolves. Need to run mid lane. Oh, excuse me, actually, that was their ping. So Echo is running over to his chickens, but K'Sante beats him there. He has this huge wave mid. Well, not necessarily huge, but he has this wave mid here. Decides to start taking the jungler's camps. And so Echo right there has to smite in order to secure the camp. And he can't smite for the Rift Herald right here. So we start fighting at Rift Herald. I'm coming in, and Echo finally joins in. He doesn't have the smite right there, so it ends up getting stolen from us. And this is when K'Sante just, I think that's the straw that broke the camel's back. K'Sante just decides to run it down. Doesn't even attack, doesn't use any abilities. And you might think, oh, you know, like, maybe he's just lagging. Oh, no, see, because now he's fighting. Yeah, well, he just wasted his abilities there. I would give you that benefit of the doubt that he was lagging, except for this. Look at those items disappearing in the inventory, and look at what shows up. Oh, some mobility boots, and a Tear of the Goddess. Oh, boy. You know, 9 minutes in tier. 9-minute tier, baby. That is what we call either really troll or really bad. So, yeah, K'Sante at this point decides that what he's going to do is run around the map, try to steal everybody's farming experience. So that's exactly what he does. He runs bottom first. Echo calls it out. Report on mid lane, please. He absolutely has no care in the world, obviously, at this point, because he's just running it down right now. Poppy asks if he's AFK. He is actually worse than AFK, because at least when he was AFK, we could still get all the farming experience. But instead now we've got to share farming experience with this absolute dingus who's just proceeding to run it down and doesn't want to play the game. See? So Caitlyn and Pantheon, they think, oh, well, maybe we can go in for a little bit of a dive here. Nope. K'Sante's just going to stand right there. Eventually Caitlyn and Pantheon back off because they're like, okay, maybe this guy just needs a second. So back off. He decides to shove in this next lane right here. Next wave. Pretty obvious. And so I thought, oh, you know what, that sucks, but maybe I can get fed up here in top lane. Maybe I can just keep farming. He runs it down. So I think maybe I can just keep farming here and pick up some farming experience and be able to carry this game. It's not looking great into the Poppy, but, you know, I'm a believer. I would rather try than not. So Pantheon comes up top. We decide to go in on it. I missed my ulti there. that sucks. But she ends up hammering Pantheon back. My E takes me back. So lost gank, but we got the Poppy ulti, which definitely helps alleviate some pressure on me. But K'Sante, I see him start to come up towards top here, and I ping him off right about there. Yep, I'm just like, bro, back up. Do not come up into top lane. And I told him, I said, bro, it's fine if you want to int, but just don't take my minions. And that's exactly what he does. He just runs in, takes all these minions. And this kind of behavior will not get you banned from a Riot game. Believe it or not. This kind of behavior, absolutely sabotaging your team, will not get you banned. It won't even get your account blocked out for even 2 weeks. You might get a chat restriction, and that's what's sad. Is that players like this can go on and ruin the game for everybody else that's playing it. This is a rank, keep in mind. So we are actively trying to win rank and gain LP here. And this player decides that because Echo took 4 minions from him in mid lane, that he now has to just absolutely end the entire game. We might have still lost, but you never know. The other team might have thrown. If we had an actual tank, we could have had a really good team fight once upon a time and been able to pull something back. So because he takes my top wave, I go into his mid lane and start trying to farm out there. Pick up a whole wave for myself, feel pretty good. Grab a tower plate. Nothing's looking too bad here. And K'Sante is on a 6-minute timer, so I'm trying to pick up all the gold I can because I'm just trying to get ahead. So I do get out a little bit with this Yasuo. Both knock each other out. Let's help hit back. And I see K'Sante coming down mid again, and I'm just like, oh, garbage. Well, I mean, I guess we can go for killing this Yasuo. But that's not what K'Sante is interested in. He's interested in just following my champion model around. So that is what he proceeds to do. I start running towards top, and he's following me. So try picking him off. That's not what he's going to do. He's just going to run and try to farm whatever farm I try to grab. Gotta love these types of players. If you have this weak of a mental, you should not be playing League of Legends, period. So I have to split that plate with him, whatever. I start running top. Sure enough, he starts following me. So, type in there. Let everybody know what's going on. And this guy is super emotional, as you can see. So he runs into lane, starts running back. Sure enough, this is what the rest of the game looks like. I can keep the directed camera on me or K'Sante, and you'll have both of us in the shot for the rest of the game. So I'm getting a little frustrated with him here. Just saying, hey bro, back up. Let's not split all of this XP. But he keeps on saying that this is exactly what Echo did to him, so this is what he's going to do to everybody else. And by everybody else, he means just me, because I actually typed to him and told him that if he wanted to int, that was totally fine. Well, he also interrupts me back here. No worries, I didn't realize this was warded, so I back up. I figure if Yasuo stops me back here, K'Sante will come help, but he doesn't. So, sure enough. Anyway, I see Warwick coming. So this would have been pretty good if K'Sante would have helped me from the get-go, but he decided not to until Echo got there. And then he realizes that it would look really troll if he didn't help out. So he decides to help, but we ended up not getting anything because they had some flashes. Oh well. Now I just back, and K'Sante starts backing too. Of course, so I'm going to run top lane, try to pick up that wave. And I'm going to have a mobility boots K'Sante running with me the entire way. This kid is so insecure that this is what he does. Yep. Yeah, guys, I wanted to make some really good content of me climbing up with Yone. And then I get this kid in here who obviously does not care about climbing or anything, because he lets 4 minions cause him to just absolutely lose control over his mental. So these are the kind of players that Riot just needs to ban. The weak mental players. If you have weak mental, you just shouldn't be playing a game like this. because this type of game is for competitive people. I mean, we're trying to get somewhere here. But yeah, so he starts laughing. It's obviously just trying to troll at this point. So I've just given up. I've accepted my fate. This is just going to be a loss. You can tell by my actions, I'm just trying to make things easier. Harass Poppy a little bit. She's just going to come, keep interrupting my back. Okay, it takes all my minions. And I'm still out farming this Poppy, by the way. Even with having to share waves with this idiot. So she comes in, and he decides to back up until decided to fight the Poppy a little bit. He doesn't decide to go in until after I'm dead, and he's 3 levels behind her. So what do you think he's going to do? Absolutely nothing. I mean, he almost kills her. If he had some items, he actually might have. But he doesn't, so yeah, you can see that he does nothing but just run it down. So yeah, sucks. But I mean, that's what the state of this game is, unfortunately. So they're gonna pick up another dragon, and if we come here, and you can see I'm running to pick up this top wave because I know that I'm on a clock. I gotta pick up all the farm that I can before this K'Sante gets back to me. And sure enough, there he is again. So we're right back to splitting XP, sharing waves, and this is the definition of sabotaging your team. Guy's 2 levels behind. He's causing me to be 2 levels behind this Poppy. He's 4 levels behind the Poppy now. He's 2 levels behind Yasuo. I mean, it's just bad. And he's just laughing about it. Because he's just trolling at this point. He doesn't care. Doesn't care if we win or lose. He made it his goal this game to just absolutely sabotage the team. Which is sad. It really is. And it's especially sad that Riot won't ban these types of players. This is being submitted to Riot, and I really hope they do something about it, but I don't think they will. I'm not planning on it. But hopefully this makes for some good content. Hopefully you guys enjoy seeing this kid and can relate to something similar that might have happened in one of your ranked games, because I'm sure that he's not the only one to send this type of thing to people before. So, yeah, we both can't do anything. He's just going to back up and come right back to me. So I decided to stay just in case. I thought somebody might be running up on our Caitlyn here. But sure enough, nothing happens. So I run, go to pick up these fruits, in case K'Sante tries to steal them from me. But I'm able to pick them all up. I can imagine that this kid is just some sort of sweaty, like 13-year-old with acne out the wazoo. I'm just thinking this is funny because he's so frustrated. Lost a couple minions. But yeah, coming over mid. I tried to dodge the Lux Binding here, but unfortunately I do not get it. I tried to E-Flash, but it didn't work. Before we E-Flashed, I could have killed the Lux, because she had already burned her flash and have exhaust up. But unfortunately, that is not how that one will go down. So, just run it back top. As you can see, I'm counting down the seconds here. I'm like, oh, dude, 10 seconds left, and then we can throw up this FF vote. But, I like playing the game. I actually enjoy League quite a lot. Sad that players like these cannot enjoy the game. But, even when they don't get an optimal win position. But I decided to come in here for one last fight. So I E over the wall, ult, interrupt the Warwick in his ulti, and get Echo the Shutdown on Warwick, actually. So it was pretty good. But I die, obviously. And K'Sante's farming the Krugs. And that's when we decide to FF. So he doesn't die at the end here. Realizes that it would look bad for him, so he decides to flash out. Because the game's over. And everyone is FF'd. So that is, in a nutshell, my worst game of the Legends. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Brad, I hope you do something about this so that these types of players are permanently banned and are not allowed back in our game. These are the type of players that are ruining the community and are uber toxic to play with, even though they don't type. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you all next time.